In this class, we are going to continue with some of the concepts which are required to do the next program in our lab list. Okay, especially I'm going to focus on notifications in Android. Okay, but before that, I need a few more. I've already covered this keyword called system services, but I'm just quickly going through that because we are going to use that again. All right, so functionality which is exposed by your API communicating with the system services to access the underlying hardware. Okay, examples of services I had given you already, like alarm manager, notification manager, etc. Okay, and we are going to use both of them in this particular program. We need to set an alarm, and at the particular time when the alarm reaches that particular moment, I want a notification to come. All right, so I need to use these two system services. That's why I'm telling you what is a system service. Okay, basically you guys already know that services are something which runs in the background and we create it. But what if the system, the OS already has some services which are running in the background? They are called as system services, all right, which you don't have any control over, but you can access them. You can utilize them to your advantage. That's all. Okay, I think I showed this diagram to tell you that at the bottom most you have your Linux kernel, which actually interacts with your hardware, and there is a hardware abstraction layer above the Linux kernel which helps you to access these hardware components of your phone, like the vibration, the sound, okay, the GPS, the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, like that, etc., etc. Those all are actually hardwares. Your software is just enabling them and utilizing them in such a way that it gives you the worth of it. Okay, so let me move on. I think I already give this word get system service. It is used to access any of the system services which are available in the Android level. Okay, and I've given some examples like location manager, notification manager, connectivity manager. We'll try to use some of these managers in the next few programs. Okay, so this is the typical. I mean, this is not the example. This is not the correct one which I'm looking for. This is just a sample. Okay, how to use alarm. Okay, in order to alarm is a service which is running in the background of your phone already. So I want to get that. How do I call it? I use the alarm manager. Okay, and create an object is equal to get system service. Within brackets, you tell the name of the service, and the system gets it for you. And since it is not directly compatible, we typecast it. Okay, that's all. This is what code we saw in the last class. Now, I think I've already given an introduction, so I'm not going to repeat this. Pending intent. I'm just going to quickly skip that. It's like a token that you give to a foreign application, which allows your foreign application to use your application's permission to execute a predefined code. Okay, so I want to focus on another word, this one. Pending intent is an intent which will start at some point in the future. Normally, intents execute as soon as you call them. All right, as soon as you give that command, intents work immediately. But what if you want a scenario in which you don't want the intent to come immediately, rather I want it to come a little bit later? What example would I use? Number one, alarm. You set an alarm. I don't want the notification immediately to come. Like for example, if I set the alarm for tomorrow morning, okay, I don't want it now, right now when I set it. I want it tomorrow morning, which means I want the notification to come later. All right, so at some point of time in the future. That's what is a pending intent helpful for. Okay, remember that. And I think I've explained this with code also. I think given this get activity, get broadcast, get service, like that, a lot of things can be done by a pending intent. Okay, intent and pending intent, I think I've already covered them, but I'm just revising this because I want this in the program. Okay, and I think I've already told the code which is supposed to be passed to a pending intent, context, request code of that particular pending intent, and which intent would you like to call in the future. And fourth one is the flag, whether you want to already replace the one or you want to update the current one, etc., etc. I think we have already discussed this. Please go through that once again. Okay, now today's class, what we are going to see are notifications. All right, you guys would have seen this notification a lot of times in our phones. Okay, even right now there will be so many notifications in your phone right now. Okay, so these are something which I've just highlighted a few things here. Number one, on the status bar, you see a small icon. By looking at this itself, you can understand that I've got some SMS and I've got some mail. Okay, and here, when I open when I bring the notification bar down, I see a preview of that particular message and a preview of that particular Gmail. Okay, I hope this is clear. This is a notification. All right. So how do I create a notification? So for that, we need to know what is a notification. It is a simple message that the Android system displays outside your app's UI. Okay, I want you to understand that first part of the sentence. The first part says that it is not part of your activity. Okay, it is not part of your app's user interface. Okay, it is given by the system. Okay, and but that's why I said message that Android displays outside your app's UI to provide the user with reminder, communication from other people, or other timely information from your app. You know what's a notification? I need not explain that, but I'm just telling the technical part of it. Okay, the technical part is nothing but that the notifications are normally not part of your activity. They come from the Android system. You just need to give information and the system will display this. Okay, so the design of this is not in your hands. You can choose the icon, you can choose the name, you can choose whatever is coming here, but the way in which it is displayed is with the OS itself. Okay, so users can just tap on the notification. What will it do? It will open your app and it will take an action directly from the notification. You can reply to that message directly there. There are a lot of things available in the notification. Let's see them a little bit. Okay, I can't cover the entire notification, guys. I want you to experiment on it. I'm going to give you the basics of what is notification, how to create them. Okay, so in the recent versions of Android, you have something called heads up notification. Okay, what is a heads up notification? It is something which comes when it does not interrupt your current work. Okay, it just comes on the top of your screen, whatever you're using right now. Probably on the top you'll get a small notification. I'll show you an image to explain. Okay, it started with Android 5.0. Notification will briefly appear on a floating window called as the heads up notification. All of you would have seen this. When you see the diagram, you'll be understanding. Okay, but anyway, it is normally for important notifications that you would like the user's attention. Okay, you want to know let the user know immediately that I have come. Okay, a notification has been delivered. Okay, like that I should do that, and it should only appear when the device is unlocked, which means when it is open. If it is locked, I don't want to show a heads up notification. Rather, I'll just say that message has come, a notification is there. Okay, you'll have to open the phone or unlock the phone to see the message. Okay, okay, 1 second. Let me just put all these things. Okay. Number one, the heads up notification appears the moment your app issues the notification and disappears after a moment, but remains visible in the notification drawer. Okay, so these are the example conditions. I think the slide number changed. Okay, example conditions. Number one, if your activity is in full screen mode, let's say for example you're playing a game, but an important notification has come, it'll just pop up just a minute on the top and it'll go off. It'll not stay there. It'll just come, say that there's a message come, there's an important message has come, and then it goes back. Okay, that is possible. The notification has higher priority and uses ringtones or vibrations like devices lesser than 7.1, which is API level 25 and lower. Okay. Third one is something called notification channel has high importance, which is greater than 8.0, 26 and above. Okay, I'll talk about these two in a short while, but remember that there is a huge difference in notifications in older phones and new phones. Okay. Next slide is a very, very important slide which says what is the anatomy of a notification. A simple notification, what is the anatomy of a notification? Okay, there is highlights. This is taken from the Android documentation, guys. Just look at this. Okay, there are 6 parts which they have told as the anatomy of a notification. All right, number one, what is the number one there? Okay, you can see that directly. It's a small icon. All right, it's a very, very small icon which normally represents the app's icon. Okay, most of you, for example, this is messages app, but then imagine if it is WhatsApp, that icon number one, what you see will be WhatsApp's icon, but what you see in number 4 will not be WhatsApp icon, rather it will be your profile picture. Okay, the user who has sent this message, that person's profile picture. So you can see 1 and 4 are basically icons. One is a small icon, the other one is called as a large icon. Okay, I want you to understand this. How do we set this? We just use set small icon. A method called set small icon. This one we say set large icon. Okay, this is usually used only for contact based photos. Do not use it for your app icon. App icon will be used here, set small icon. I hope you understood this, right? So large icon normally used for contact photos. Okay, that is 1 and 4. I hope that is clear. Number 2 is very simple, messages. Okay, there's nothing but the name of my app. Okay, so the app name which is provided by the system, you need not even mention this. This also is given by the system. Okay, number 2. Number 3, what you see is the timestamp. When did it come? Okay, if it just came, the message just came or the notification just was triggered, you will say now. But if you see after 5 minutes, you'll say 5 minutes ago. Okay, or 1 hour ago or 15 minutes ago, like that it will keep putting that message. So that's the timestamp. Again, it is also provided by the system. Okay, please note these two parts, app name and timestamp, these two are automatically provided by your system. Okay, and the timestamp, in case you don't want to show the system time or system's monitoring, you can override it with set when or hide it with show when. But then most of the time we use the system, we'll just allow the system to take care of it, because I want the notifications to be in real time. Okay, most of you would have seen these chat applications like WhatsApp, Telegram. Okay, they will not work properly until your system time syncs with their server. Okay, now if in case, just try this, if you change your phone's date and time to yesterday, or let's say 1 year from now, or a last year, like that, if you keep and try to open WhatsApp will not open. Okay, why? Because WhatsApp will say that it does not match the time. Okay, the time with their server and the time from what you are using is not matching, which means WhatsApp will not be able to deliver you real time messages, and it will throw an error. Okay, so normally we use the system time so that it doesn't not clash, and system times are normally set using the network, or you manually set it. Okay, but either way it should map with the server, that we can do. But the time which you see here is given by the system. You can override it, but do not do that. Okay, then fifth one, what is the title of the notification? Number 6 is, what is the message in that notification? That's all. Okay, so here these are the anatomy. This is just a sample which you see here. Okay, this is the app's messages SMS icon. This is the name of the SMS app, and when the SMS came, and who sent that SMS, what is his particular contact name, and what did he send. Okay, this is the notifications anatomy, right? I hope you got this, and there are methods for that. Set small icon, this you need not tell, system will take care. This you need not tell, system will take care. Large icon, you have to use the code called set large icon, and title you say set content title, text you say set content text. Done. This is the anatomy of a notification. Now, this is a very, very important thing, guys. I want you guys to understand this, because if you are referring old articles, you will not find this word at all, notification channel. Okay, but nowadays, okay, let's say from Android 8.0, I guess, Oreo, okay, 8.0 onwards, you cannot put a notification using the old code. Remember that. Right now, whatever phones we have, okay, probably will be above 8.0 mostly. Okay, what happens is, if you have a notification code, it will not automatically start working, because there is something introduced from 8.0 onwards, which is notification channel. Okay, so starting in Android 8.0, all notifications must be assigned to a channel, or it will not appear. Okay, I want you to understand that statement. It's very essential to know, because see, anymore we won't be targeting Marshmallow or Kit Kat and Lollipop and all, because it's all done. Okay, now anymore our target should be the latest Android phones, because future is towards that, not towards the old versions. Okay, and the support for old versions have already stopped. You know that most of the phones which are coming now will not even have Marshmallow or Kit Kat or Jelly Bean or something like that. Okay, any phone which is released after 2020, you see that nobody uses this. Everything is at least 8.0 and above. Okay, latest version of Android has more security, a lot of features. So probably we will have. And what about old phones which we had bought before that? Okay, they will give one or two updates, OS updates. After that, they won't give. Okay, even if it is possible by the phone to take it, they won't give that update. Why they are not giving is because they want you to move on to the next phone. That's marketing, obviously. But then sometimes the hardware does not support the features which the software is trying to give. Okay, so like that, a lot of issues are there. So we should always target the latest operating system in Android, because we do not know what is there in the future. But then we can target whatever is currently available, and we should also be able to target the old phones. I hope you got it, what I'm saying. Okay, my app should be able to work in the latest phone normally. Okay, and also old phones, it must support it. So notification channel is something which is only available in 8.0 and above. So does that mean it will not work in the previous versions? No, there is no such thing as notification channel in the previous versions of Android. So what should I do? Okay, we'll write an if condition. That's all. All right. So remember that by categorizing, why do we need this channel? Why did they bring this 8.0 onwards notification channel? Okay, you need to understand that very clearly. Let's say that I have installed Airtel's app, okay, or BSNL app, or like that, Geo app or something like that. Okay, now These apps normally put a lot of notifications. You know that, right? Every app which you have installed, okay, unless you disable them, they keep putting notifications saying that that is there, this is there, this offer is there, that offer, like that. They keep on posting. Okay, now imagine that I have Airtel app with me, and I don't want to know about their extra features like the Airtel broadband, or I don't want to know about Dish, and I don't want to know about their promotional offers with respect to software and all those things. I don't want to know. I only want to know if there is any offer with respect to my phone. Okay, I want any recharge, if any special offers are there in the recharge of my phone or my internet pack or something like that, I want to know. Remaining nothing I want to know from Airtel. Okay, so can I selectively disable notifications from Airtel in the old phones? No. You have a choice whether you want to see notifications from this app or not. That's it. Okay, but now it has changed. Okay, if you open any phone, I'll show that a sample here. But channels, what happens is it just divides your work. Okay, it says this category you want to see, you can allow. Okay, you need not disable the entire notifications of this app, but you want to open only one part of the notification. Yeah, fine, no problem. Okay, like that we can keep. So by categorizing notifications into channels, users can disable specific notification channels instead of disabling all your notifications. And users can control the visual and auditory options for each channel, all from the Android system settings. Okay, now before I proceed, there are some more examples. Okay, you would have seen this normally. Let's say if you have installed Swiggy or Zomato or something like that. Okay, and they give lot of notifications saying that are you hungry, you can do this, we can take that. Okay, like that they keep on putting notifications. But you see, you don't want to know all those things. If there is a hot offer right now available, I want to know that. Okay, so you can channelize them. Okay, so already they will be in channel. You can just choose a channel which you like, and then you can ask only these, if this kind of a thing comes, give me a notification, otherwise don't disturb me. Okay, like that. Users can also long press a notification. You would have done this probably. Okay, when you long press the notification in the notification panel, okay, and when you long press, it will automatically show an option saying that whether you want to disable the notifications for this particular app. You can also do that. Okay. What about older devices? Well, like API level 25, which is Android 7.1 and below, what will you do? Okay, it is app basis. One app has one option, notifications on or off. Simple. But now it is not the case. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so I've just put a simple screen sample here. Look at this. Okay, you can see this is a clock app in a phone. Okay, which is not older version. This is the latest version. Okay, I want you guys to see on the left hand side what you see there. Okay, categories. I hope you are able to see this. Okay, categories are there. Earlier I had only one line, allow notifications, yes or no, simple. But now they have channels. In other words, categories. Okay, clock is a simple app which is available in all your phones. Okay, it doesn't matter which brand we are using. Any phone will have a clock app in it. Okay, you can see that what are the categories of notifications the clock app can give. Okay, now please note alarm, firing alarms or timers, missed alarms, stopwatch, timer, upcoming alarms. Okay, you can see there are a lot of categories are available now. Now all these belong to the same app called clock. Okay, earlier if you disable, for example, I want only alarm notifications to come. I don't want stopwatch or I don't want any timer notifications to come. Okay, I can't do that. I have to just disable clock, means no notifications from clock will come. But now I have a choice. Okay, for example, if you choose firing alarms and timers, you'll get a different category here. What are the things you can keep? What is the importance of that particular category? What's the sound given for this particular category? Whether it will vibrate, whether I should be able to show the dot on top. Okay, and whether the light should be blinking, whether it should be shown on the lock screen, like that. Lot of things are there for only one category. Like that, I have a lot of categories. Earlier, it was very simple. It was simpler time where you just said allow notifications or not. But now you have categories, and without categories, newer phones will not show notifications. Remember that, very important. Okay, and just now you saw something called importance here. I just want to tell about that. What is importance? Android uses the importance of a notification to determine how much the notification should interrupt the user. Like for example, an SMS is coming to my phone. Okay, what is the importance of that notification to show that an SMS has come? It's high. I want to know whether an SMS has come or not because my phone's entire operation is call and SMS. Okay, I want to know that. When a call comes, I want to see that. It is higher priorities. Okay, but when Airtel or any other app just puts a message saying that there's a new offer, that's not a high priority for me. I hope you follow the importance of that particular app's notification. Okay, whether you should be interrupting me and telling that there is an offer, no, you're not supposed to. Okay, you can just put a notification. I will see whenever I want. Okay, so the importance of a notification is to determine how the notification should interrupt the user visually and audibly. Okay, I hope you follow this. All right. Then, the higher the importance of a notification, the more interruptive the notification will be. Okay. On Android 8.0 and above, importance of a notification is determined by the importance of the channel. Okay, please note, not notification. It is importance of the channel will determine how the notification interrupts you. But what about older phones? Okay, the older phones will each notification determined by the notifications priority. Only one. Okay, just what I discussed earlier. Let me just show you that. This is the screen which you will see when you click on importance of a particular notification. Okay, it is also giving you what and all will happen if you choose any of these. Okay, let me just go through that. The possible importance levels are as follows. Number one, urgent. Make a sound pop up on the screen. Whatever the user is doing, don't bother about it. Make a sound and then pop up on the screen. This is an urgent notification. Okay, number one. Number two, make a sound. Okay, just make a sound. Don't want a heads up notification, but make a sound and let the user know that I have come. Okay, a notification is there. It's your choice. It's not so urgent, but then I should let you know that it has come. Okay, that is the second importance level. Normally we use that only. All right, third one is medium. No sound, but it will be there. The notification will be there. Whenever you take up your phone, you will be able to see it, but it wouldn't have triggered a sound or a note or a heads up pop up, nothing. Okay, it will be there. When you scroll down, you'll be able to see, like for example, some of the phones have this digital well-being. After every 1 year, sorry, 1 week or 1 month, you'll get a report of how your phone has been performing. Okay, or some apps, some phones have that app cleaner. Okay, that will also not throw a notification. It will be there on the notification bar. When you pull them down, it will say that your cache memory is around this much GB. It will be better if you clean. That notification is not a high priority. Okay, but it's not low also. It will show some notification, but no sound. Okay, last one is low, no sound, and it does not appear in the status bar. You will have to open that particular app to find out what is the notification. Okay, which is normally not used much. It is just like avoiding notifications. Okay, that's all notifications regardless of importance will appear in a non-interruptive system UI location like the notification drawer. Okay, what do you mean by notification drawer? When you normally swipe from the top to bottom, okay, here, this part, all right, that is called as a notification drawer. Okay, the moment you draw it down, okay, and you see that Wi-Fi on, switch off, like that is called as a notification drawer. And as a badge on the launcher icon, I hope you know what is the badge. Okay, like for example, if you have some chats, okay, if you have some messages come, you'll see the SMS icon with 2 on top on red color or something. Okay, what does that 2 mean? It means that 200 messages are there in this particular, that is called a badge. Okay, and it is on the launcher icon. That is a notifications part. You need not write code for that. It automatically takes care of it. Okay, but anyway, that is important thing to know. Okay, this is the important thing, guys. From Android 1.0, right from the first Android which was released, this notification part and the notification related APIs have continually evolved. Okay, I hope you understood what I mean by that. It continuously has evolved. What do you mean by evolved? It keeps changing. Okay, it has been changing right from the first Android OS till today. Every version, when it comes with a new version, there is some change coming into that notification. Okay, this is the problem with being an Android developer. All right, one thing is that you cannot learn one technology or one particular part of code and think that you're done. Okay, whatever I taught last semester or the semester before that, I cannot teach it this semester because I have to update it. Because every time there is notification is changing. Okay, so I hope you follow that. Okay, when by the time probably next year and when I take Android or somebody takes Android, you see that there will be a different one coming up. they'll say that anymore this is not there, you should use this one. Okay, so there will be a lot of security features, lot of add-ons coming to it. Okay, notification is one such component, guys. Okay, it's been changing from the beginning till now, till tomorrow when a new version comes, probably there'll be some more additions to the notification code. Okay, that is why I said it is continually evolving to use the latest notification API while still supporting the older device. We use something called notification compat and its subclasses using notification manager compat. Okay, now this is in the documentation of Android, but before that you need to understand what is compatibility. Okay, for that let me just keep a simple example. Most of you know that Microsoft Office, okay, is available as 2003, 2007, 2010, 13, 19, like the 16, 19, like that. Lot of versions of Microsoft Office is there. The very first one which I used was 2003. Okay, Office 2003, which has a document format as doc. Okay, after 2007 onwards, they never kept it as doc. It's called docx. Okay, so how they have kept it is 2003 Office cannot open to docx 2007 file. I hope you follow. 2003 Office cannot open 2007 file Office docx, but reverse is possible. 2007 or 2019, the latest Office version which you have, okay, can open doc file. Doc file in the sense the 2003 version that is still possible to be opened in 2019 edition of Office. Okay, so what have they kept? They have kept compatibility. It's called compatibility mode. What do you mean by that? Okay, support older devices, work for the new devices, but always support the older devices. I hope you follow. Okay, so system always suggests you to use compat based versions. Okay, so that you give compatibility to the older one, you will be able to use the latest notification here in this case, but still be able to support the older versions of notifications. Okay, please remember that. So it will avoid writing conditional code to check API levels because these APIs handle that for you. Okay, I am not going to use compat in the code which I am going to type because I want to see you the difference. Okay, I want to show you that difference because I am going to check whether the API level is more or not. Like that, I am going to check without using notification manager compat, without checking for compatibility. I am going to write. In that case, what will I write? I'll write if. Okay, the version is greater than or equal to Oreo, do this, otherwise do like that. That is what I'm going to do first because I want to show you the long way or the probable wrong way. Okay, then I will say what is the correct way. Okay, so it is updated as the platform evolves, as the platform changes. So what is the problem is, instead of me remembering what are the changes available in every new operating system, I can just keep notification compat as my support so that I need not bother about what changes are coming. You keep on evolving. I'll just use the compatible version so that I'll support all the devices of Android. Okay, that is the idea which we want to tell here. Okay. Now, the last thing is just like how we used alert dialog. I hope most of you would have seen the alert dialog. You would have done it already. Okay, how did I create an alert dialog? I used a builder because lots of things are there. It has like how you see the anatomy of a notification. A lot of things are there. I don't want to write it in different blocks, but rather I can just attach it to one builder and finally build the notification. So I am going to just highlight a few methods, only a few methods I'm going to highlight, and then we will go to the code part. Okay. So number one, set auto cancel. Within brackets, you're supposed to pass a Boolean value. Okay. If you say true, if you say false, what will happen? Okay. The notification is automatically cancelled when the user clicks it in the panel. Okay, if you pass true, auto cancel true, yes. In that case, the notification will be cancelled the moment you tap on the notification, which is normally the case for all of our notifications. You know that, say for example, an SMS has come on your phone, you open the notification, you tap on that SMS. Okay, it opens the SMS app, but when you go back to the notification drawer, that notification will not be there anymore because you have clicked on it. So the notification is now cancelled. Okay, second one, content intent. Please note the word content intent. Set contents intent. Okay, what do you mean by that? And what is supposed to be passed to it? A pending intent. Now, just imagine this, guys. When an SMS comes to my phone, a notification comes. Okay, when I tap on the notification, it takes me to the SMS app. This is the flow. Now, when I tap on the notification, it is taking me to the SMS app, which means an intent is involved there. Okay, what type of intent is involved? Think about it. Okay, it is not going as soon as the notification comes, it does not open the SMS app. As soon as the notification comes, it just puts a notification and stays there till you tap on it. So which means only when you tap on it, I take you to a particular intent, which means I am delaying it for a future use. What intent is that? It's called a pending intent. So you are supposed to pass a pending intent to a notification. All notifications take only pending intents. Please understand that. It's very important that you understand it. Okay. So supply a pending intent to send when the notification is clicked. Okay. Where do you want me to take the user when you click on the notification? Then set content title. Okay. What is the title of the notification which you want to put? That I showed you as fifth thing in the anatomy. Okay. Set the text, first row of the notification in a standard notification. Normally in SMS and WhatsApp and all, you'll find the number or the name of the person who sent you the SMS or the message. That's the title. And text. What is the text? Second row, which will show what is the message which you have sent. Okay, that's all. That's the second one, text. Third and fourth, I think you already know. This is the small icon. Please note it says int icon. How do I pass an icon as an integer? Okay, remember all icons or whatever icons we have used so far are resources. If they are resources, what will be the type by which I refer them? Resource ID. Okay, and resource IDs are normally integers. So int icon, please remember that. The set small icon to use in the notifications layout. Last one, large icon. Large icon can be a resource, can be a bitmap, but what is expected there is a bitmap. Okay, a class which holds the bitmap of the image what you want to show as the large icon. Okay, I'll show all those things shortly, but let me just finish this. Okay, so set the large icon that is shown in the ticker as well as in the notification. Okay, that's it. So I think we'll just try to write the code. We'll see the working in the next class, but let me write the code now. Okay, and one more thing I wanted to just put this into your idea that vibration. Okay, I want to show this also in the notification, the same program which we are going to use. Okay, what is the vibrator? Vibrator is the class that operates that vibrator on your device. And if your process exists, whatever vibration your process started will also stop. Vibration from a particular app is linked to that particular app only. So if that app is removed from your main screen, vibration also will stop. Okay, remember that. In order to use this class, we need to include permission in the Android manifest in order to use vibrate. Okay, please note this does not require an if else condition like API level, that version onward, this version. No, nothing like that. Just write this one line code in the manifest and you can start using vibration in your phone. Okay, app. I hope I put a small code there. Just look at it. I'll explain that while writing it once again. Okay, I just copied the code which I have written. Vibrator. Okay, is a class, comes from android.os. It is part of the OS itself. Okay, and is equal to, please note the word which they have used there, get system service. Here I'm using vibrator service. Vibration is a system based service. Okay, it happens in the background. It does not have a UI. Okay, it is something which you feel. You don't see vibration, you feel the vibration, right? So it's also a service which runs in the background. You can just call this service and tell vibrate. Okay, now the code what I've written is for 500 milliseconds, probably around a small time, but you'll be able to feel the vibration. All right. Now, how they have written that, you see, old versions, which means API level 26 and below. Okay. Only very simple line of code. The else part, what you see in the else part is the line of code is required. This is enough. You just call the vibrator code and say v.vibrate 500. So 500 milliseconds, it will vibrate and it will stop. Very simple. Okay, earlier version. That's what I said. When I took for the first time Android, I was only these two lines is enough to do the vibration. Vibrator V, this line and this line. That was enough. But now I can't use that. Okay, I cannot just write v.vibrate and go off because version above greater than or equal to Oreo, the code has changed. This will not work in newer phones. Okay, the newer phones require another method inside that vibrate, vibration effect dot create one shot. how many seconds, and what type of an effect would you like to have on that vibration. Okay, like that, two parameters have to be passed to this particular inbuilt method called create one shot, and pass that to the vibrate object. So you see that is an if condition. If the version is greater than or equal to O, which means Oreo and above, okay, or greater than or equal to Oreo, this line of code. Otherwise, write this line of code. This is how you bring in vibration in your Android phone. Okay, we are going to try to use a lot of features in this particular app. So instead of putting the apps together, that we will do tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow we will be starting with the program lab record number 6. But today I'm just going to use a few things. Okay, so let me just go to the Android Studio now. Okay, this is the program which I stopped in the last class with the date and time picker. Okay, so when you click on date and you saw the date picker coming, time picker, we have done all these things. Now I'm just going to simply put one button, okay, so that I can bring up a notification. Okay, I'm not doing the alarm part today. I'll do that in the tomorrow's class. Okay, but let me just put a button and say show notification or something like that. Okay, and button ID I'll give btn show or just btn notify. Okay, and let me also give a margin. Okay, now I have a button here. Okay, when I click on it, I would like the same thing to happen. So I'm going to just go, I already have written a method on click. Okay, so there is already a method, I think. Yeah, I've already written a method, so I'll just call that. So I'll not touch here. Okay, let me come here and let me create that buttons object. So I'm going to say button. Okay, so I'll just put it as notify btn, and I'll instantiate them as soon as you open. So I'll just say notify btn is equal to find view by id r.id.btn notify. Okay, and also I will call that same thing and say notify btn set on click listener to this class. Okay, so I'm already listening, so I'll just go to that if condition and let me write another else if v is equal to btn notice or notify btn, then do something. Okay, so for this again I'm going to create another method called show notification. Okay, let me write that and then I'll call it. Okay, so I'm going to create a public void show notification. Okay, and I'm going to call that method here. That's all, show notification. Okay, I hope you follow this. When you click on that button, I want to call this method. This method is only going to do one thing. It is just going to show a notification. Okay, that's all we are going to do. So let's do, how do I do a notification? All right. So as I've told in the code, first thing, we'll have to build a notification. Okay, and you need to also keep what are the things you need in order to do this particular notification. Number one, I told you, let me just go to that block. You see, in this, all these things, icon I want that I can get it from the system itself. Text and title I can only type, but this one, how do I get a pending intent? Okay, let me go back to that slide. Okay, a pending intent. How do I create a pending intent? I need to pass an intent. So you see the connections which are there. First, you have to create an intent. With that intent, I'm going to create a pending intent. Then only I can go back to the code. Okay, so with that in mind, let me start. Before that, let me just create another activity, or you can just call some other activity which is there in the system. Okay, so let me just create a new activity. Okay, so let me just create a new activity, an empty activity. We'll just name it as show activity. Okay, and nothing else. Yes. So there will be another activity. I just want to open that activity when you click on this notification. That's all. Okay, so in the meantime, I can just start writing the code. First thing I'm going to create is an intent. Okay, so first let me just create a simple intent. I is equal to new intent. Okay, from where to where? Okay, so from here, or from, I'll just say get context, whichever place you're calling this from. I'll just say get applications context. Okay, get the context. Then to which class? I wanted to go to show activity dot class. I'll keep it like this. Why am I not writing this? Is because I don't want this intent to be called immediately. It will be called from the notification drawer. So I'm just saying get wherever the context is, get that, and then call this particular class. That's all. Okay, this is an intent. I can't call an intent because if I call an intent, as soon as I click on the button, it will go to the show activity. I don't want the show activity to immediately come. When I click on this button, notify button, I want a notification to come. And once the notification has been clicked on, I want it to take me to this intent. So what should I do? Create a pending intent. Okay, so let me just name it as pi. Okay, pi is equal to pending intent. You remember the methods which we had discussed here. Pending intent has three methods. Okay, starting with get activity, get broadcast, get service. In this case, I'm trying to fetch an activity, so I'm going to say pending intent dot get activity, and I'm supposed to pass some parameters. Okay, I've already discussed that. First one is the context. Context, I'll just say this class. Okay, pending intent is created in the context of this class. Okay, second thing is request code. So I'm just going to say notify code. I'm going to create a method called notify underscore code. By the way, it's an integer. It's looking for a request code. So when I type this, there'll be an error obviously because that constant field. Why is it constant field? Full caps. Okay, let me create a constant field. Let it be an integer. Let me just say 456 something. All right. Then come back here. Notify code. Request code is done. What is the third thing I'm supposed to pass? An intent. Okay, so let me just pass an intent which I already have created on the top. Next one, flag. What kind of flag would you like? Okay, so I'm going to say flag underscore cancel current. Okay, you can also see what that flags mean. Okay, what is the value of those flags? Okay, so you can see flag, one shot, immutable, update current, cancel current. I'm going to say cancel current. Okay, or update current, whichever you want to give. Two things are fine, update current or cancel current. Okay, so you can just say update current means whatever is already sent, don't remove that, update the current one. Okay, that's all. I've already discussed this in the last class. Please do go through that. So I have created an intent, I've created a pending intent. Both are ready with me. Now what am I supposed to do next? Okay, create a notification. Okay, I need to create a notification. Please remember that that's very, very essential, that I have to create a notification using the notification combat. Let me just show you. I'm going to say notification combat. Okay, you can see that here. Notification combat dot builder. I'm going to use the builder. Okay, so I'm going to say just the word builder is equal to new notification combat builder. What are the parameters I'm supposed to pass to this particular class as a constructor arguments? Number one, context. Okay, you can't store or stop with context and leave it. Okay, please note what is it expecting next. Okay, after the context, it expects the channel ID. Okay, please note it says channel ID. Now, I said there are no channels if it is older version, but it is asking for channel ID. Why? Because this is combat. It automatically takes care of it. Okay, so you just need to give the context, which is this. Second one, channel ID. Let me just give the channel ID as my channel. Okay, I'm just purposely keeping it as my channel so that you know what it is. Okay, now will this have any effect in older phone? No, it will not. Okay, but I'm just putting it there. Then I'm going to use this builder and set a few things. Let me just say builder dot set. First, let me just put the content title. Content title. Okay, what's the title? I'm going to just say my notification. This is just a sample, guys. Tomorrow we'll make it proper. Okay, second one, set content text. Okay, I'll just say this is my notification text. Then dot set small icon. Okay, please note it is expecting an int icon. Alright, so I will just pull it up from Android, which is already available. So I'm going to say android.r.drawable. Okay, please note if it's r.drawable, it is my program project. But if I say android.r, it belongs to the system, which is already available in Android. I'm going to see for some icon which is already available. Let me just see for IC underscore. IC underscore is just an indication of icons. So I'm going to just say some icon. I'm going to just pick. Okay, I can just continue. And also imagine when you click on this button or a notification, where do you want me to take? I'm going to search for content intent. Okay, that's another method. What am I supposed to pass for that method? Pending intent. So I'll just pass PI, the pending intent which I created here. All right, so I've utilized it. Now, one more thing I'm going to say is set channel ID. Okay, what is the channel ID? This is the channel ID. Same channel ID, my channel. Okay, one more thing I'm going to say is set auto cancel to true. Why? Okay, as soon as you tap on this notification, I want the notification to go off. Okay, that's all. I'm not going to set the sound now. Sound I will do it tomorrow's class. Okay, so that's all. This is enough? No, you have only built the notification. You have not shown it. How do I show it? Okay, I told you in the beginning of the class itself, notification is not something which I create. It is part of the system's UI, which means I have to call the notification manager. Okay, please remember that. Now, before even I proceed to that particular part, okay, I need to also create a channel. You have only set the channel ID here and here, but you have not created a channel with that particular channel ID. So how do I create a channel? It's very simple. Let me come out of this, okay, builder. Let me create a notification manager first. Okay, I'll just name it as manager is equal to, I'll say get system service notification service. Okay, that will throw an error because it's not compatible. So just typecast it. So I've got the notification manager. Now, next line, what I'm going to type is notification channel. So I'm going to say notification channel. Let me just name it as channel is equal to new notification channel. What are the parameters I'm supposed to pass? ID of your notification channel, which I already copied, which is my channel. Same name everywhere, guys. Do not forget, channel ID should be unique. Okay, that is the channel ID. Now, next one. What will be the name of this channel? Okay, this is not an ID, so you can give it proper words. Like I'm going to just put the word my channel. Okay, and what is the level of importance for this? I'm going to say notification manager. Call that and say what is the importance? Is it default importance? Is it high? Is it low? Is it max? Okay, all those things. I'm going to just give high importance channel. Okay, now as usual, as I told you already in the slide, what is that error? You can just move your mouse. You can see that it requires API level 26 and above, but you have put it in a code where the minimum is 16. Okay, so how do I fix this? All right, so just click on this. Let's see if there is another choice to you. Yes, surrounded with an if condition. Just put an if condition around it. If it is greater than or equal to Oreo, then only you create a channel. Okay, just create a channel is not enough. You have to attach it to the manager. So I'm going to say manager dot create notification channel with the word which I just gave, channel. Done. Now, what if I'm using a very old phone? It's not Oreo. It's lesser than Oreo. What will happen? This block, what I've highlighted, will not be executed. Simple. Okay, but my notification compat will anyway tackle it because I don't have a problem. This is compatible. Okay, so even if you pass the channel ID, it's not going to make a big difference to me. Okay, the last line is very simple. Okay, so far what I've created is I've created a notification builder and a notification has been built up. Okay, next I'm going to keep the manager and got the service of notification. Okay, I've created a channel if at all it's required. Okay, last line what I'm going to do is I'm going to say manager dot notify. That's the method. What do you mean by notify here? Again, you need to pass two parameters here. Number one is the notification code. So I'm going to say notify or notification code. I'll put it as notification underscore code. That's the request code kind of thing. Okay. So let me create a constant field, which is also an integer. I'll put it as 123. 123 something. Okay. Now come back here. Notification code is passed. Next one is where is the notification? Okay, I don't have the notification yet. I have a builder, so I can just call the builder and say build a notification for me. You can see that when I build a notification, what am I returning? I'm returning a notification object. Done. So when you click on this button, I'm going to show you a notification. Okay, let me just check if it works. Okay. When I click on notification button, you have written the code to call this particular method, which just says show notification. So I want you to notice this part when I click on show notification. Okay, I hope you heard the sound also. I had only given a small icon. It's a heads up notification which came because I gave the priority as high. What do you mean by heads up notification? It came on top of my screen for a few seconds, then it went back. Okay, so you can see that. Let's see what are the things in the notification builder. Number one, title. Okay, before that small icon, I think you are able to see the small icon here with a alarm clock. Okay, that's what we had chosen here as lock idle alarm. So I've given a small notification icon. Let me just scroll the thing down. Okay, here the name of the app as well as the time I did not give. It automatically came as I told in the anatomy. Okay, next thing, the title. Content title is my notification. Content text is this is my notification text. Okay, and the small icon you already saw that. Okay, and content intent is spy. Channel is not shown to you. We'll see that later. Auto cancel true, which means if I tap on this notification, two things should happen. Number one, this notification should be cancelled automatically. Number one. Number two, when you click on this, what should happen? It should call this pending intent. What is written in pending intent? Okay, I want you to call this intent. What is that intent? It will just show me show activity. So let me just tap on it and see what happens. Okay, I tapped on it. It took me to the second activity of this particular app, demo app. Okay, which has nothing right now, but it took me there. Okay, and I'm now not able to see the notification. All right, so I'll stop with this for today.